The basic features of a drift car are to have a front engine, available cheap parts, and as little traction at the back wheels as possible. The lighter the car, the less power you need and better feeling of it you will have. This list consists of cheap and reasonably power-rated cars, which are great for this purpose. As one said, if you cannot drive fast with 90 horsepower, then 900 will not help you. Ford Sierra. In 1982, the Ford Sierra was introduced to the public at Birmingham Auto Show. Since it is over 30 years old, examples even in somewhat decent condition are very cheap to get. The Sierra has basically everything you need and nothing more. It's fairly light, just weld the diff and take the 2-liter 4-pot. There are some torquier V6s as well. In my humble opinion, the sedan looks most badass. Mercedes-Benz 190. As the predecessor to the first C-Class, the 190 featured a large variety of engines and all of them were available in the manual too. I would avoid the non-turbo diesel or base petrol engines. The 2.6-liter straight 6 is a great option, but the 2-liter or 2.3 4-cylinders might be enough too. If you prefer rolling coal, a dark-here turbo diesel 5-banger was sold as well. Nissan 180SX. If you ask anybody what car to choose for drifting, the S13 hatch is a very common answer. The reason for that is it's basically a ready-to-drift solution. There is the powerful CA18 DET engine, which isn't the best in terms of reliability, but can deliver some serious power. Then there is its low weight, great balance, and of course the limited slip differential, which came as standard from 1991 in Europe. When the CA18 fails, the glorious SR20 will be the way to go. BMW 325i. Some suggest the E30, some the E46. The truth is that the E30 is already a classic and not as common as the newer ones, and the E46 is a little too modern with plenty of unnecessary electronics. Just go for the E46 and get the 325i if you can. It isn't as slow as the 320i, and with the cast iron block it might be an interesting turbo drift project in the future. Ford Mustang Foxbody. The Foxbody Mustang is the drift option for American purists. For this car, choose the GT trim, which had the limited slip diff as standard. However, from 1981, there was an option to purchase the traction lock diff with any engine. The benefit of the GT versions would also be that you won't ever be short on power. The Mustang is a fairly heavy car, so an essential step would be to throw anything unnecessary stuff out. Opel Omega. From a 2.0 up to 3-liter V6, the Omega was sold with fairly powerful engines and always with rear-wheel drive. Avoiding the diesel variant, the least powerful engines can be literally bought for a few $100. Uncheck the automatic transmission box and you will see that even the 3.0 V6 is very cheap. No, it won't be a pretty one, but that's what you want for drifting. Lexus IS200. The Lexus IS200 is one of the slower alternatives for drifting on this list, but has a lot of potential. There was the limited slip differential in the sport version, and with the manual gearbox it is pretty much a drift-ready car. If you are lucky in Europe or you live in the United States, there was also the 2JZ IS300 with the manual. Another possibility is to purchase the 3S GE 2.0 liter 210 horsepower naturally aspirated engine featured in the Toyota Altima RS200. It ain't expensive either. Mazda MX-5. The Miata must be on the best drifting cars list. It's small, light and very cheap to get your hands on. The 1.6 liter versions are not only slower but also lack the locking diff. Unless you really want a stronger power plant, the 1.6 is enough with a welded differential, especially in the wet. It's also a better option in case of turbocharging. The biggest downside to the MX-5 is rust, so keep your eye on that when buying.